Hey guys!
We're here today to check out the latest from the boys in Sabaton. They announced a brand new album and they weren't done with it. They decided that it was time to release a new song and gracious with a music video. So I'm all for it. I'm excited. I want to see what Steel Commanders is all about. I'm sure it's not about steel toe boots, even though it could be, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I didn't do any research, so I'm going to be honest. I like to come into these videos not really knowing much, just getting kind of like getting hit in the face with some Sabaton vibes and just going with it.
And let them teach us.
Exactly. Then after watching the video, then I'm going to dig in a little bit deeper to see what the song was all about. But coming in, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. Exactly. That's like peeking at Christmas, peeking to see what the gift is before you actually open it on Christmas Day.
But when you peek, you rip over the thing that has the name of whatever the fuck
and then you
is.
know already. Then it kind of ruins the whole thing. Anyways, Sabaton Steel Commanders, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. El-Alamein till today, we're the first ones into the fray. Steel Commanders in the battle, Spearhead Flanders, just leading us. Swarm of panzers that will join us. Steel Commanders. From the Montgomery's introduction to the beast known as the Leopard, with our Chieftains and Centurions, our it's a Sabaton tank. That was badass, man. I have more questions now than I had before I pressed play. Is that the new member of Sabaton?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She's badass with the pants and everything.
But that
with
cello
the camel
was cool
pants.
as fuck.
Oh, that was fucking badass. Holy shit. It was
they
so
gave her the
cool
camel
looking.
They gave her the camel pants. I'm pretty sure she's part of the band. They don't just give that to anybody.
You don't think this is just a cameo? Like she's just in this song?
I feel like it would have been in the
Because at the end there were all of them together and she just walks away, right?
Yeah, maybe she went to go join them.
No, then they would have showed them all together at the end. They jumped out of the tank and she's walking away from where they are. I don't know, man. Maybe it was just a cameo. Maybe there's more to it than that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Who is she?
I have no idea.
I gotta say, I love the fact that everybody was wearing the pants, including her. But that cello thing, like, that was really
That was cool.
cool.
Like,
the way it was crafted and shit. Oh, that was badass. Badass.
And these guys love their tanks. I mean, they're even in World of Tanks.
This kind of looked like something that could be straight out of World of Tanks.
Well, the thing is, I was actually thinking, I'm like, is this like a World of Tanks? Like, is this their new kind of commercial for World of Tanks? Because they did
totally
Primo Victoria for it.
Yeah, I know, but this could be as well.
This totally could have been.
Like, even the video, the way it plays out, it's like you're playing a video game.
It's like you're playing, and then it shows off their tank.
Yeah, so really interesting, really interesting. I'm gonna say this though: when I saw Steel Commanders, my brain did not go into tanks.
Oh well,
especially at the beginning when you see the guy,
But I was confused because you told me what's it called?
The new album.
The new album.
It's World War One.
It's gonna be about World War One again, which I was kind of like. Oh well, they just did that, so it's kind of weird to go back to the same.
I know there's a lot of stories. But
there's a lot of stories, but come on.
But it just feels like it's like you're going back into that same well.
Like wait another album to do it again,
or maybe two or three,
like not like album after album to do it. But then I saw the nights, and I'm like, this is not World War One. I don't remember there being nights in World War One.
That's what I thought when I saw. Okay, when the video starts and I see the night, I'm like, wow, is this going to be like the Bismarck? Because the Bismarck came before the album, and it was about something
different.
That had nothing to do with the album. So when I saw the night, I'm like,
Dark Souls is this? Like he came out.
I don't know. Is this going to be about the Knights of the Round Table or something like that? Like you know, it's going to be some jousting.
And then he.
But it would make sense because Steel Commander, they're all in steel.
Yeah,
like I was like, oh, okay.
Complete sense.
You know what?
But then he sits there, and I thought that was cool that he sat there.
And he goes through different periods of time.
He died in that position, and then through periods of time, you see as the times are changing, he's still there.
It's still a battlefield. But you notice that it was still a battlefield.
Battlefield.
It's just changing through times, and then eventually that Steel Commander, like that knight, was almost the equivalent of a tank in modern times. It was like
that wasn't
the parallel.
The tank ran him over.
I don't know, but what I'm saying
disrespect though. The guy's been sitting.
But what I'm saying to you is that the knight with the armor and the improvements that they did, because you see him that night but he's as he's walking, the times are changing even before he puts the sword down, and the knight, the armor improved through time. It became more impenetrable. You know the word I'm saying.
Yeah, impenetrable.
Thank you. So it became more of the word he just said with time, more and more. And then the next logical step was the fucking tank.
Yeah.
Because then instead of having one knight inside of the armor, you have multiple knights inside of much bigger armor.
Disrespect though. They hit him with the tank, and then
it's because of the soul.
No, that wasn't it though. They hit him with the tank, and then he's like, I forgive.
They run him over or something.
And then he's like, I forgive you, so I will bless your tank. And then all that stuff that was, because he had that golden stuff before he even died, and then he's like, I'll bless you all, and then he blessed the tank. He's like a Templar. He came out and he blessed the tank.
A Templar. All right, I don't think that's the case. But anyways, I this video to me, it kind of got, the video and the song is great, but the video kind of got better as it progressed, because at first glance I was like, oh, this is going to be about knights, which it kind of goes in line with Bismarck, because Bismarck had nothing to do with the album. So I was like, oh, they're going down the same road that they've been down before. But then Steel Commanders really becomes about the tanks, not about like a fucking Knights of the Round Table.
It was cool how they
so
did
it was a nice little sequence of events, and like I said, I like the fact that if you think about it, what the knight represented for that period of time is what the tank became down the road. Because think about the knight with the jousting gun, with a horse, and it's like a tank, right? Like they didn't have tanks then, but it was like that would be the equivalent of a tank.
Because they had like normal guys who didn't have like the full knight.
Exactly.
They had, like, chainmail armor.
But you put them on the horse, you put them with that big freaking jousting stick or swords or whatever. They kind of become the tanks. All those soldiers are the tanks. So to go from periods of time for you to see the gradual improvement of the armor, and then eventually becoming the tank, I thought that was really well played. Really well played. Now the whole video seems like a video game because it's almost like when they beat the last tank, they powered up and their tank became the Sabaton tank.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to see that as well. And then it finishes off with a knight with the Sabaton chain around his neck. So it kind of goes full circle, this whole thing. But it leaves a lot of questions. I just want to see if that cello is going to be something that we're going to see throughout the record. And not just at first glance I thought it was like, oh, is this a song with Apocalyptica? That was also a thing that came through my mind. And I was like, oh no, this is not Apocalyptica.
Yeah, it's a different cello.
Different cello, different looking, badass looking cello with the army pants.
I know Apocalyptica's cellos when I see them. That was not their cello.
But to be honest with you, if you're going to add a cello player, if you're going to add a cello player to Sabaton, and I'm not saying that they are, but if you're going to add a cello player to Sabaton, one, they have to have the camo pants. That's number one. Number two, the cello has to look like a BC Rich. And that's exactly how that cello looked like.
And it also has to be the colors of the pants, which it was white, so it fit everything.
With some black on it.
Exactly, it fit perfect.
It was camouflaged.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, when she was playing the cello, I could barely see the cello. That's how well.
I just saw the stick.
That's how well camouflaged it was. Yeah. It blended in with the environment. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say, guys, I don't know how you feel about this, but it's been a long time since they released a new song. It's nice to see them on a video, and it's definitely nice to see Chucky.
Yeah.
He still got it.
By the way, when the tank got hit and then they were all passed out, I'm like, Chocolate, there's no way. You're obviously acting. This is obviously all an act. Because there's no way a simple tank can knock you down.
It takes more than that.
It takes more than a tank.
It takes way more than the tank. Maybe Chuck Norris.
Even more than him.
Wow, more than Chuck Norris? That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, how many Red Bills are going through this guy's system?
I know. Like, at one moment there, you know when they got knocked down? And then he wakes up and he says, Tommy, to the guns. He doesn't say Tommy to the guns, but he said Tommy.
But also, I liked how there was a part of the song where even Tommy got to sing with him. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was cool.
Where he was there, but he wasn't fully there. But he got to use his higher voice. I love that, because I love Tommy's voice.
I think he's a great vocalist. And I think, to be honest with you, Sabaton should use him more on some tracks in order to give the songs bigger range.
Vocals.
Yeah, to give the songs a little bit bigger range. But what I thought was when the tank got knocked down, and he sees the tank around the corner, he's like, okay, we're going to play this switcheroo. We're going to go here and freaking shoot him. And he says, Tommy to the gun. He doesn't say Tommy to the guns, but I heard him say Tommy. He called for Tommy. I thought Tommy was going to grab him and put him in the barrel and shoot him at the tank because he's a fucking missile. And then you would hit the tank would explode, and then he would walk out of the smoke behind him.
And it explodes.
No, he doesn't explode.
No, the thing...
Oh, yeah, the tank explodes behind him, and he's just
walking away.
Exactly. How cool would that be?
Sorry, when you
Chuck Liddell becomes a fucking bomb.
When you said Tommy, I was like, Tommy, get the tables.
This is not wrestling.
Yeah, they're gonna put that tank 3D it through the table.
You're gonna 3D the tank?
Yeah.
The Dudleys would show up here for a cameo. I mean, I think they should do a video.
They have the camo pants, dude.
Yeah, they were ahead of the time. They were Sabaton fans.
They were
big Sabaton fans. All right, guys, let us know in the comment section. By the way, what do you guys think of this song? What do you guys think of this video? And if you guys know anything that we don't know, you probably do, because you guys are like all up in Sabaton's business. I mean, you guys know their diet needs. You guys know what time they have a ball movement. Sabaton fans are like, they're ingrained. They're in the trenches.
Yeah. They're
in the trenches. We're a little bit more like the guys who sit like at the command post and send all the other people to die in battle. We're up there like having some Chianti and strategizing. Playing Risk. We're playing Risk. So let us know who this new member, if it's just for one song or if this is going to be a little bit more permanent.
A permanent thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it. It's time for them to increase their ranks.
Yeah, because it would be nice to it would give them a lot more options with songs.
Musically would definitely give them a lot more
And
options.
then if they start using Tommy's voice a lot more, that even...
I think they can move towards more almost a cinematic sound, because they can make the songs feel like really soundtracks. Even bigger. Which sounds like, how can you make a Sabaton song even bigger? I think they can.
Yeah.
With a little bit more of Tommy on the vocals and now a cello player that completely looks badass, I think you're not halfway there, but you're more than 75% there. All right, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Help us out, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Take care.
See ya.